Hey, good afternoon, everyone. It's Sunday afternoon here, June 2nd. We're going to open some cards, talk some baseball, talk some sports cards. Um, just got done listening to Orioles lose. And I was saying yesterday about the starting pitching. It's going to be rough. We still got some good ones, but I'm not 100% sold that Bradish is going to be okay for the season, but he's looking all right. I don't know. I'm hoping that Heston Kjerstad turns into a starting pitcher or one of our other prospects that is just blocked from getting on the field and maybe can help us out with pitching by getting traded. All right, tomorrow, big event. I am going to the Silver Spring Tacoma Thunderbolts opening game, and I'm going to be giving away some free cards to kids. I'm going to be doing some contests. I've got a couple of these, just stacks of free cards, Nationals, Orioles, and they're going to go on the wheel. Kids can spin the wheel. They get whatever it is. They win completely for free. It's just a promotion giveaway thing. Then we're going to do a home run contest where I'll have a YouTube video up. I'll have a Facebook post up. People can go to that and make a prediction on who is going to hit the first Thunderbolts home run. We'll say, you got to be at the game, but we'll say 3 per person, per player, not person who's at the stands. And when that player hits their first home run, I'll just check the YouTube, check the Facebook, see the first 3 people who made that prediction, and they'll get a pack of cards of some sort. So that'll be what I'm doing Monday. I would love to get to a Bowie game this week. I hope it can happen. Don't know if it will. The one I'm going to really try to go to, though, is Saturday. I'm going to try to bring my whole family. I brought my kids there before. I've never brought my wife to Bowie. I brought my dog to Bowie. Never brought my wife. Because next Saturday is Star Wars night. And the Saturday after that is Frederick Keyes' Star Wars night. And I got to get them to a Star Wars night. Because I got to get the bad taste out of our mouth. It has something to do with my Hawaiian shirt here. We've lived in Maryland since 2018. Never been to a Nationals game until last year. And, my wife does like the Star Wars. We're going to be opening up some Bowman Megabox 2024. My wife does like Star Wars. So we saw they were having a Star Wars night. And we're like, oh, let's go to Star Wars night. They're giving away Hawaiian t-shirts. That'll be fun. And we decided, well, we're going to take the Metro. That'll be a good way of getting there. I'm going to set aside my mega packs for last. And we said, we're going to take the Metro to get there. So I am someone who loves to be at the ballpark early. Once the game starts, I want to sit in my seat and watch the game. But I want to get there as soon as the gates open so I can see and do all this stuff before the game even starts. I'm just going to go through and see what interesting stuff I find. So we decided to take the Metro, and I'm able to convince her to leave with plenty of time at the Rushman because, who knows what's going to happen. We can do some stuff around the ballpark before the gates open, but this way we'll be there right when the gates open. We can get our Hawaiian shirts. We can see this new ballpark that we've never seen before, and won't that be fun? Well, I didn't check the Metro schedule because the Red Line was closed down between like Wheaton and Silver Spring, something like that. So we get, here's a Chrome Pirate. So we get on the Metro. We ride it one stop from Glenmont to Wheaton, and then they make you get off, and they make you get on a bus to Silver Spring. Except the bus takes way longer than it should have just because of traffic. And we pull into Silver Spring off the bus, and we go to get to the platform, and the train is leaving just as we get there. And everyone was furious because the trains were only like every 10, 16 minutes or something at that point. And, you know, this one guy's like, well, how do you not hold the train an extra 30 seconds for the people who just got off the shuttle bus coming from the last stop? And the woman just had the biggest not my problem attitude. And we're stuck, you know, on the platform now for another 10, 15 minutes, which sucks after a really long ride on the shuttle bus. So I had been working with a guy in the Nationals because it was our first time, so I got an email from him. It's like, hey, you know, thanks for coming to a game. Let me know if I can help you out. And I'm just like, yeah, like we left with plenty of time. Speaking of the Nationals, and now it's not looking so good. Can you set aside a couple of the shirts for us? Again, biggest not my problem attitude. No help from the Nationals. So you can't just take, oh, here's our new starting pitcher. So we get on at Silver Spring, and from there, it's only like a stop or two before we have to transfer lines to get to the line that's going to take us to Nationals Ballpark. And off we go, and we arrive at Nationals Park, wait in the line to get in, and as we're waiting in line, we can see them giving away the final shirts. Now, not final shirts for everybody, just the final shirts for our gate. There were other gates that still had shirts. So I am besides myself. It's so frustrating. My wife is ticked off. And I'm like, well, I'm going to go to the other gate and see if I can't get you a shirt. And she goes trying to do her thing to get us these shirts because they still had them, just not at our gate. I had to beg, and I don't like to beg. If I have to beg, I'm going to be ticked. So I had to beg this guy at another gate because they still had boxes of them left to give us just one. Just give me one shirt so I can give it to my wife so that our first game at National Park isn't completely ruined. And again, I had to beg, but I got it. I got this shirt. Now, obviously, I'm wearing this shirt. She was so annoyed and frustrated and just over it already that when I'm like, yeah, honey, I got you one, didn't want it. She was so mad, so frustrated. You know, I saw a video of a bunch of like New York dudes complaining about not getting a Hello Kitty toy or something. And I'm like, you know, it's just weird to see in New York like, yo, we didn't get our Hello Kitty doll or whatever. Like, I saw that. I'm like, oh, what is this guy up to? But I kind of do get it because the game hadn't even started yet. And my wife was off the Nationals. She was over it. And she doesn't like baseball to begin with. If you've ever seen the show Me and Her Do, she don't like baseball. She likes the food, the experience, going to a new place. I had to bench this guy off my fantasy team. And I had to drop All-Star Austin Hayes, and that doesn't make me happy. So, yeah, game hadn't even started, and she was pissed. And neither of us have been to a Nationals game since. But I got a ticket package through Orioles. I got a ticket package from the Frederick Keys. And I got a ticket package from the Bowie Bay Sox. So I'm getting plenty of baseball without the Nationals, and they are deep on the naughty list. And who knows if we'll go again. They are playing the Yankees on my actual birthday this year. So never say never, but it ain't looking too good. So anyway, next week is Bowie Bay Sox. Hello. Next week is Bowie Bay Sox Star Wars, and the week after that is Frederick Key Star Wars. My wife hasn't been to either of these events, so I'm going to try to get her to bring the whole family to one of these two games, maybe both, and try to do Star Wars Day a little bit better. I know those teams will often do jersey auctions along with Star Wars Day, so maybe get in on one of those and try to get her a Star Wars jersey, or just have fun. Minor league teams sort of do customer service a bit better, or game day experience a little bit better, maybe. So we'll keep you updated on that. All right, I've got my mega packs. Hoping for at least one cool guy on the mega pack. Here we go. Seattle Mariner. Turns out I am going to Seattle this year. Just not a day where the Mariners are in debt. Ooh. Mr. Jackson Holiday. On a Mojo Refractor. Hope to see him back in the show pretty soon. And insert Rookie of the Year favorite, Jason Dominguez. That looks like it's the insert of the little pack here. Cub. And Mr. Bench himself. Frelick. Thought he was going to do a good shot for me, but not producing. Had to dump him off the fantasy. Not dump him, he's benched. Still on my team, but hopefully he turns around later in the season, because I got some tight games coming up. I am in second place right now in the league, but I'm currently leading over the person who's first, so I assume that means tomorrow I'll be in first place in my fantasy league. I don't even know the rules too well. I just click buttons. All right, last pack. See something purple. We'll see what that is in a second. Bets. Couple of Rodriguez's. Julio. Eddie. Wasted one of my mojos on a Red Sox. It's funny, one of my holdovers from my days as a Yankee fan. It's not that I love the Yankees these days, but I still just dislike the Red Sox. And my final card is my numbered card. It is a purple out of 250, I think. Kind of hard to read. Walker Jensen from the Twins. So I'll have to take a look, log these cards, see if it was actually worth what I spent on them. Got these at the card show yesterday, so I mentioned this on my Facebook page. I spent more than I made, not even counting the money I spent on the table. Just buying other people's cards instead of selling my own. It was not a great day for selling. And it's only my second time doing this card show, so we'll have to reevaluate. It didn't seem like people around me or selling too much either. So I'm not sure it's what I was doing or if it was just a slow day in general. It seemed like it was just a slow day in general, but we'll have to reevaluate. I am looking at more. Like I don't think what I do plays best at card shows. The wheel is definitely appealing to children and families. So I think families market might be, or the farmers market might be more my niche. I think baseball, like to have a table at a local baseball game, I think that's pretty ideal for what I'm trying to do. And even if I don't sell a lot, just build up the community in the local area. Unfortunately, I couldn't get in with our local Ripken Senior League team, but we'll see what happens throughout the season. And I think actually they're playing like right now. The Crop Dusters are. So we'll see what happens. We'll see what opportunities there are. I do have a couple of other non-baseball ideas coming up later on this month, so we'll talk more about those in the future. But that'll do it for today. I'll be on with, I don't know what I'll do tomorrow. My phone is ringing, so I think that's my sign that I'm done. See you guys. Hello.